So yesterday I decided to finally put a live bait out in the kayak. It was a good move, I think. I'm losing lures like they're going out of fashion, and I've never live baited from a kayak before, so it was something new. So on the way out I caught a little jack, little frell, put him on a hook and sent him out. I was pretty also happy to live bait that day, because the day before in the afternoon I caught that redfish and I knew I had a nice little lunch in store for me, so sitting with a live bait wasn't that big of a deal that I might be possibly missing some good fishing. Anyway, so I got a dog chasing me here. Pug doesn't like me. Chill, bud. Relax. So yesterday I ended up waiting. You saw the video. I ended up getting a dolphin take my livey, which was kind of really scary. It's definitely not what anyone wants, is that. So I was pretty freaked out on that. Oh shit. Fuck, dude, I think I've caught a dolphin. Yeah, I'm glad that all panned out really well. I don't really need to go into it too much. The video speaks for itself. I'm just really glad that I pulled it out of its mouth when I did, so it didn't get confused and eat it. But the conditions today look really nice. Maybe we should have gone out this morning. Do that. Looks pretty good today. Anyway, so there was a dolphin incident, and then on the way back I got hit by an atula on the half eaten and destroyed livey I had from the dolphin when it mauled it. But it wasn't as big, in all honesty, as I thought it was going to be, being something hit a livey, which is actually a good thing, to be honest. It means that even those sort of small to medium sized fish, they're going to hit the livey as well. They will smash it. So I was pretty stoked on that. Yeah, very stoked to actually get a fish and not get skunked. And also really happy that the live bait worked. I think it could pave the way a lot for the rest of my fishing coming up. Is now just probably when the conditions are right and I can see blue water, phosphorus in the water, etc., etc. I've got to catch a livey and put him on. I think that has to be my plan now, which works really well, like I said, because of the Rapala thing. I'm losing Rapalas like they're going out of fashion. The Abalhorn are just vicious right now, and they're not even hitting the lure. They're hitting something. I don't know. I still think it's a swivel, but anyway, it's besides the point. Yeah, it's a really, really good signs that the liveys are working, and the bait choice we're using is working, because they don't have, like we've got in Australia, like yakkers or slimy mackerel, any of those sort of baits. They're not really here. What they do have is those little frell, which we've been using, and they're actually a really good bait, super hardy. That one I got lasted 3 hours in the water, plus got smashed by a dolphin, and still was kicking enough and looking fresh enough that it got a fish. So yeah, learnt a lot yesterday. It was really just a learning day yesterday. I learnt a lot about live baiting in a kayak. It's definitely a lot more different than doing it off the shore, without a doubt. Fish literally followed my boat the whole time. It wanted to be underneath the kayak all the time. So that was kind of something I wasn't expecting, that I would be paddling all the time to try keep the fish at least arm's length away from the kayak. Yeah, so, and there was other things which came into it, like using braid live baiting. I never really use braid to live bait. I usually use like mono, but yeah, anyway, lots of learning stuff which went on. So the big thing which came from it is that the live bait's working, and it might not be getting tons of results, but I think it's doing what I want, which I can't lose focus on what my goal is for this trip, which is to catch a rooster fish. And I don't think I can get that rooster fish just solely relying on rapalas and jigging, etc., etc. They're great, I think, when for an option, but yeah, I think live bait is the way forward. But today we head out and we're going to go afternoon, and it should be a good afternoon. I think the tide looks like it's shaping up very nicely. And it's an 8 o'clock high tide tonight, and it doesn't get dark till about 8, so we'll be fishing that run up. I think the plan's going to be much of the same. I'm going to be trying to get a live bait and put it on. Yeah, it'll be one bait in probably, and then chucking around a jig or something to try to keep myself occupied. So yeah, hopefully there's fish caught.